I like to come here a lot and just think about how more than 300 years ago there were a group of people who thought that there was an adventure worth risking everything for. And they saw this river, Détroit, the Strait, and these Frenchmen saw possibilities with the land that we now call Detroit. And they founded a small settlement. And that settlement grew to be, at one point in time, the second largest city in the United States of America. And across the other side is Canada. And it's funny because when I look at this statue that's behind me, I think about a group of people who found a different type of adventure worth risking everything for. They wanted to risk escaping from slavery, risk being caught, risk being beaten, risk even being killed, so they could find freedom on the other side of this river. Have you ever taken a risk that was worth risking everything for?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. Well, like what?
If I'm being abused or harassed, I'll take a stand for it.
In spite of what happened?
Oh yeah.
Because it's worth it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I feel you on that. Right. Okay, so I'm not an artist, at least not like the people who made these pictures. And I have to tell you, somebody who is willing to risk their reputation, risk insult, risk somebody finding their work to be good or bad, or insignificant, or whatever people may say towards their work, to me is kind of inspiring. I mean, the people who made this artwork were willing to risk everything to get their art out there. I love that. I love that. Queen, you just got your hair did, right?
Right.
Looks good, by the way.
Fabulous.
Now, did you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that it was going to be good before you came in and got it done?
Of course.
Okay, now how'd you know?
Because Don is my hairstylist.
Don is your hairstylist, right? And I know Don, right? She's a good person. But what if she was having a bad day?
Then I wouldn't let her do my hair.
Okay, but what if you didn't know she was having a bad day until she kind of got into the middle of it?
Then I would have told her to stop.
But it was worth risking everything because you trust Don
To do my hair.
to do your hair.
Yes.
It's worth risking that she's not gonna have a bad day. She ain't gonna make no mistakes. She ain't gonna slip and be like, oops, or nothing like that because you know your style.
Exactly.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you.
Slow, S-L-O-E. Whoever you are, don't know who you are, brother, but you took a risk that you thought that was worth taking. Because you could have been caught by the cops. You could be in jail. Your mama will be so disappointed in you. And you might not make it to this day to be here to watch this video. But you thought it was a risk worth taking to do this graffiti right here. Shame on you. Shame on you, Slow. Now you just went to Wendy's, right?
Yes, sir.
I like Wendy's.
Me too.
The one right down the block, right?
Yes, sir.
How do you know that they didn't make a mistake with your order?
Wow. That's a good question.
Don't go back up there and harass them because of me. But you've been up there enough times.
Yes, sir. I'm a regular.
You know the people who make the you.
Yes, sir. I'm a regular.
Okay,
I go there every day.
So it's worth taking the risk because you know them.
Mm-hmm.
You know they're gonna have your order right this time, and they're gonna have your food prepared right this time.
Well, see, they know me by face and name
Mm-hmm.
because I got to know them by face and name.
Okay.
So they serve me a little bit different than they serve other people.
You know what? The next time I go up there, I'm gonna tell them I know Brother Pierre.
Yes, sir.
Cause I risk my money and my time going up there. I need to talk to them. I'm gonna go.
Well, you know another thing too?
No. I'm gonna take care of this right now. Yeah, right now. I know this is gonna sound like a very it's gonna sound like a gimmick. But
Okay.
yeah. Question. Has there ever been anything in life that you found worth risking everything for?
I'd say when you encounter the love of Christ, then it changes everything for you. But it, in a sense, that like nothing else matters. Like that's like the idea of like risking everything. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't come across as like a risk anymore. It's just what would you care about it when you encounter that love of Christ? Like it's the contrast between whatever you had that you were thinking about risking before, compared to like the opportunity to engage in a relationship with Christ is like, it doesn't feel like a risk anymore. It's just what you do.
So tell me this, bro. In retrospect, of course, it doesn't seem like a risk now, but in retrospect, how much do you think you risked to start this Bible piece? Not just value-wise, but just life-wise.
I mean, I get, I don't have most of my Saturdays, and I now have, I don't have any more hobbies really. This is now what I do.
No more crocheting?
No more crocheting. The knitting I had to give up, and the dance classes are gone. But I mean, it's like I said, it don't feel like a risk. It's just like, I don't know, when you get a chance, just take it. In fact, can I read a story?
See, this is what happens.
This is what happens.
This is what happens when you ask preachers
hold on.
to tell stories.
Last night at 3 a.m, this is what I get through Twitter. I'll just read this
True story.
straight through. I
better
just
be.
got. At
You're not
3
making
a.m.
this up, are you?
No, you couldn't make this up.
Are you? Well, you can.
This is what. No, I couldn't.
Okay, you could.
I could not.
Because he's a good, honest guy.
This is I posted something asking something about define hell, and this guy's definition of hell is Detroit without positive people like you all. And he says, even though I am a 24-year-old black man, I cried like a baby on Saturday, April 23rd, 2011. Everything I ever believed changed that day because of some friendly people at a barbecue. I was homeless at that time, but it changed my perception of the possibilities in life. For the longest time, I was raised up thinking that all Caucasian men hated me or something because of my skin color. Yet the day before Easter, the things I thought I knew suddenly changed due to some friendly folks who were kind to me and my baby son Chad and gave him some toys and food. But even more importantly, they were helping other folks in a currently disadvantaged position. For the first time ever, and I do mean ever, I saw and felt a presence of and love energy unlike anything I ever felt before. And in less than 1 hour, it shook me to the very roots of my belief system. Less than 2 Saturdays later, I now have a temporary place to stay and wash my clothes and keep my body clean, a gym membership to increase my fitness, and a whole box of books to further my studies and become a better vessel for God. And even a temp job distributing materials door to door for hospitals and other companies. And even though none of these gifts came directly from these people at the barbecue, that day sparked a new era in my life because it boosted my faith and love tenfold. Even as the bright sun illuminates the land after a bad storm, I give my most supreme thanks to the good Lord for good folks like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. He didn't make that up. Yeah, I was actually I was trying to make sure, because
You can't
preachers
make
lie.
like that.
I mean,
They
I
do
don't
sometimes.
want to make that up, but yeah, but he made that up. So man, your risks and the risks you've been taking help change people's lives, bro. Appreciate that. My man, Mike Schmidt, everybody. Are there adventures in life worth risking everything for? I think so. And today I'm going to take my own personal adventure, my own personal risk. I haven't worked out in a long time. However, I was watching the TV late last night and Rocky came on and I'm inspired. So I'm about to do this. See those steps right there? Straight shot. Y'all pray for me. Here we go. Hold up. We'll do it again. I'm just a little bit out of shape. We'll do it again. Don't mind that last one. Here we go. What? Okay, remind me to never do that again, because I'm tired. But there was a story in the Bible where Jesus, the resurrected Jesus, sent a message to his disciples to come meet him on the mountaintop. And they came. And he sent them on an adventure. And the disciples accepted that adventure because they knew it was worth risking everything for. And even though we're not on a mountaintop, and even though this is not 2,000 years ago, every day Jesus is still inviting each and every one of us and calling all of us to go on an adventure worth risking everything for. The question is, are you willing to take it?